Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing here, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Now it's Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Niner defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Burrow on play action. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Here we go. 11 coming.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Touchdown. Jamar Chase. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. Him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On first down, it's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Purdy off the play fake. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. This now a 3rd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd.
Here's a diving catch right side. That is caught by the tight end Kettle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now an open man. That's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Here we go.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
11 MT.
It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And Mixon going to have a Bengals first down as a tackle made at the 42. Now Burrow changing things up here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 12, what? 11, 11.
Now Burrow on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals have retaken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 22 more yards there and another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Purdy now to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll roll him out right. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Purdy looking to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Back to throw, Purdy. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Purdy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense getting the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it to Mixon on the check down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
11 MT.
Now Burrow changing the look. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Now Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards. And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On second down, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
11.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Burrow will throw. He completes it to Boyd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
11.
Now Burrow going to change things up. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Now they'll audible to something else.
11. 11.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ready?
Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready? Let's go.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Purdy and the Niners down 28-21. A minute 53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Rolling to his right. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Purdy. This will be caught at Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Purdy to throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed.
Here we go.
Hard to do.
11, Tommy. 11.
Mixing up the middle. And now off to the races down the right side. Joe Mixon. He's to the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now it's the Niners' turn, trailing by a touchdown. 27 seconds to go. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Throwing, Purdy. Pass complete, Samuel on the move past the 40, and he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Purdy. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now here comes their final timeout. as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Purdy to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Flushed out right. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And, boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
On 2, ready? Gun. Stop.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Niners, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.